The city lights blurred through the rain-streaked glass of the corporate tower. He stood on the curb, drenched, clutching a small, worn backpack, looking like a ghost washed up by the storm. Inside, she watched him, the billionaire CEO, her world of polished marble and steel suddenly feeling cold and distant. She saw the exhaustion etched on his face, the quiet dignity in the way he held himself against the downpour. Something compelled her to move, to cross the vast, empty lobby that separated their worlds. As she pushed through the revolving doors, the city's damp chill met her. He saw her and instinctively took a step back, the rain plastering his hair to his forehead. His voice was barely a whisper, almost lost in the sound of the storm. "I'm not worth your career." The words hung between them, heavy and absolute. A silence fell, thick with everything left unsaid. In that quiet moment, flashes of his life played out in her mind. Him walking his young child to school as the sun first kissed the horizon, their small hands clasped together. The endless late-night shifts under fluorescent lights, the stack of unopened bills on his kitchen table, a silent testament to his struggle. She remembered the headlines, the constant public scrutiny of her company, the relentless pressure she was under. He wasn't just a man standing in the rain. He was a story, a life lived in the margins of the world she commanded. He began to explain, his voice low and steady, despite the shiver in his frame. He spoke of her investors, the tabloids hungry for a scandal, the board members who saw people as assets or liabilities. T was laying it all out, not for pity, but as a statement of fact. He wouldn't be the one to bring down everything she had worked so hard to build. He was offering to disappear, to remain a ghost for her protection. She listened, her gaze unwavering. The rain, the city, the entire world seemed to fade away until it was just the two of them. When he finished, she didn't hesitate. "Okay." She looked him straight in the eye, her own voice calm and clear, cutting through the noise of his fears and her obligations. "I didn't build my career to abandon my values. It wasn't a promise of a fairy tale. It was a declaration of who she was." The days that followed were a whirlwind, snippets of tense board meetings, advisors with grim faces warning her of the fallout, of brand damage and stock prices. They laid out the risks, the logical consequences of choosing a man with nothing over an empire with everything. She listened patiently to every argument, every dire prediction. Then, with a quiet finality, she closed the leather-bound folder in front of her. Her decision was made. She stood before the public, the cameras flashing, the room silent with anticipation. She spoke with a transparency that was disarming, an honesty that was unapologetic. She didn't make excuses or spin a narrative. She simply told the truth. "Okay." Hush fell over the room as she finished, the weight of her choice settling in the air. In the aftermath, things changed. She resigned from one high-profile role, a strategic sacrifice that allowed her to strengthen another, more meaningful part of her life's work. The storm passed. We see his child, laughing with pure joy at a school event. The father, watching from the sidelines with a smile that finally reached his eyes. We see him and her, walking side by side down a sunlit street, no longer hiding in the shadows or separated by glass. The final scene unfolds with the soft light of a new day. Sunrise on a quiet, ordinary street. They walk in comfortable silence, the world around them waking up. He reaches out and gently takes her hand. Their fingers intertwine, a simple, profound connection. Because true love isn't a risk you take. It's a choice you make again and again every single day. Thanks for watching.